If you're going to build a business with a high exit valuation multiple, then you need to make yourself redundant and prove it by bringing in a new CEO to replace you. But if you've stepped back from daily operations, do you still feel the need to stay across every detail? Is your CEO trying to lead, yet your staff continue to default to your decisions? Gut feel decisions holding your organisation back from scaling safely. All of these things are normal when you first step out of the way. How you handle them determines whether you'll be successful. Welcome to the Critical Few Actions to Improve Your Business podcast. I'm John Downs, and in this episode I interview Fiona Holland. She's the CEO of the Tritech Chemical Company. It's a growing mid-sized chemical manufacturer that serves the agriculture, coatings and mining industries. Now, we're all busy, so I'm going to give you the critical few insights in about 4 minutes so you can figure out your critical few actions to go forward with. If it resonates, download the ebook and listen to the episode. When I work with successful business owners, I often see founders attempt to step back from day-to-day operations without changing the decision-making structures that held the business together. This leaves CEOs with responsibility, but without clear authority, and staff are confused about who leads and who makes the decisions. Many organisations reach a growth point where gut feel and informal processes can no longer manage risk or support the next stage of scaling. This transition is a trigger point to tighten this up. I took away 3 key insights from this terrific conversation. The first insight is about how founders unintentionally can hold on to authority even after stepping out of daily operations. She said, obviously a founder speaks with such authority that even the smallest suggestion can often be considered to be a command. When founders stay visible and vocal without clear boundaries, the organisation continues to treat them as the decision maker, undermining the CEO before they even begin. So, what can you do? Well, agree up front which decisions the founder must remain involved in and which ones belong entirely to the CEO. Communicate this structure clearly to staff and reinforce it consistently in meetings, emails and behaviour. It's all about repetition, repetition, repetition. The second insight is about the risks created by missing systems, governance and delegation of authority in mid-sized founder-led organisations. She said, when I first moved into Tritech, everything was managed by a few people. They didn't have systems and structure and a shared sense of purpose from a strategic perspective. And without clear governance, decisions rely on relationships, habits and history rather than transparent authority. This can create confusion, inconsistency and risk. So what can you do? Well, establish a simple delegation of authority matrix so everyone knows who can approve what. Then introduce a basic governance rhythm, including monthly reporting to the board and a defined structure for capital and operational decisions. The third insight is about building a shared strategic plan so the transition from founder to CEO actually works. She said, we actually had to go right back to basics and redo that strategic plan from scratch and make sure everyone was now part of that journey. If the strategy only lives in the founder's head, the CEO cannot lead the organisation and the organisation won't align. So what can you do? Well, rebuild that strategic plan with the leadership team in line with guidance from the board so everyone understands the why, the what and the how. Then link roles, KPIs and reporting directly to the plan so accountability becomes clear and measurable. There was so much more in our chat, but as Fiona said, there's been a lot of pride in what you've done. But if you want to continue that growth journey, we actually have to make changes now. If you're interested in doing this, download the ebook for resources and references because in 4 minutes, I've only scraped the surface. Now, think about your critical few actions. Is it to apply this to smoothly integrate and transition to your new CEO and stronger governance and management structure? Or will you continue to run it the way it was, until the new CEO leaves or their team bypasses them. Enjoy.